Thanks for holding the fort for me, buddy. All right, folks. Happy Black Friday Day. Today, we're going to keep it a buck about our team and the loss to the Packers that occurred yesterday, the ramifications. We're going to talk what Dan Campbell said after the game and get into it for today's video. So it's a little bit different of a video today, that is for sure. But before we get into today's video, if you're a fan of running through a cornfield backwards naked, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Why is that? Because sometimes being a Lions fan, you can get poked. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest Lions news and rumors. Let's go ahead and jump into what Dan Campbell spoke to after the game. It's about the issues in regards to efficiency. He says, I know that it's frustrating when you're a fan watching, but I know how we needed to play against the defensive front, and it was about playing with the last possession. Campbell said, we're going to do that. Defense is going to do a stop. We're going to use our timeouts, get one more shot to go win the game, and playing it. I wanted to play it just like that. And, the fourth down issues that's going on with that team. So that's what Dan Campbell said right there. And hey, look, with the Lions, we got some issues. We got players like Jahmyr Gibbs, who's right now playing at an all-pro level, who I think is the MVP of this team right now. Give me your thoughts right now. What do you think? Do you think he's the MVP of the Lions season? Give me your thoughts. And we consistently are going for it on fourth down. We're consistently doing things that doesn't relatively make sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Where our plays are bad. We seen that drive. The clock management was awful. They were huddling when there was no time left. These are things that will get you crushed in a game. These are things how you can lose a game. And the fourth downs, at some point, you're allowed to kick a field goal or punt. Every time you do not convert on a fourth down, that is a turnover. What wins and loses games? Turnovers. Every time you turn the ball over, it's a crusher. And what happened? The first play after we converted, or did not convert on a fourth down, touchdown, Packers. They went the deep pass. Turnovers win you games and lose you games. It is a situation where it changes momentum. It takes points off the board. All of that. The game management was rough. But there's more fundamental issues going on with the Detroit Lions right now besides just what we're seeing on game day and in regards to the playoffs and all that type of stuff in the Lions' schedule, which is tough now. Look, guys, we're 7-5. The Cowboys look really good now. They do. The Rams look like the best team in football. You lose 2 games, that's it, man. It's over with. The season's done. There is too many good teams in the NFC at this point. You have the Bears playing today. They're 8-3. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that's their own division. Seattle Seahawks 8-3. Green Bay Packers 8-3-1. San Francisco 49ers 8-4. Folks, it's a problem that we lost this game. It's a problem we're in this situation right now. And playoffs right now shouldn't be our biggest concern. Our biggest concern right now, in my opinion, and it is going to get extremely controversial, what I'm going to say here, but my biggest concern right now is, for this season, obviously, right, making the playoffs, but for the long term, the lack of talent on the offense and defensive line. That is what the big deal is here. And we're going to get into more issues. Subscribe to the channel. I'm literally less than 3,000 away from 100,000 subscribers. It's insane. With your help, we can get it done. Lack of talent. Now, I made a video, trade deadline. There's other people's that made videos. You see these Risden, the Lions Wire. You've seen the Doc, Crunch Time, Woodward Sports. A lot of people talk about the trade deadline. And I always believed that when you have an opportunity to get talent at the trade deadline, when other teams are doing it as well, you do that. Jalen Phillips' trade was epic for the Eagles. They gave up a third-round pick. Guess what? If he signs with another team after this season, they get a compensatory third-round pick. That's genius move right there. You got a playmaker, and you're gonna get a pick back if he leaves. We made some moves that has been really detrimental to this football team in regards to roster. And here's the controversial part. I have some issues with Brad Holmes here. One of the worst decisions that I said you better not do is trade Tim Patrick. They traded Tim Patrick. Terrible decision. I don't think people realize Lions offense, if they forgot, was Cheeks before he had Tim Patrick. He come in here, he made that third receiver. That crushed. Why would you get rid of talent on offense? You have a great wide receiver core. He's costing you nothing, and you get rid of him. Why the hell would you do that? You're in a Super Bowl window. You just depleted your talent at wide receiver. And a good one. A good one. You traded 3 third-round picks for Isaac Tesla. He's had, 4 catches? Something ridiculous. He finally showed a little bit yesterday because of injuries. That's inexcusable. That's inexcusable. The "we're good" comment. The "we're good." The "we're good." I'm not letting that up. The Eagles weren't good. They were not a team that was settled. The Dallas Cowboys were not good, who we got to face. The Packers were not good. What are we doing here? We're not good. If other teams are not good that wins Super Bowls, how are we good? We know what the problems with this team is. I talked about it endlessly. Offensive line, defensive line. You can't protect the quarterback and you can't rush the passer. Ba-bam. Look what happened yesterday. Micah Parsons single-handedly destroyed the Lions. What happened? Rushed the passer, got to him, and we couldn't protect our quarterback. Smack, smack, smack. What happened? Injuries to the wide receivers. Offenses took a dive since Patrick left. No moves at the trade deadline to secure talent, except for a player that you picked up off the Packers practice squad that you released a week later. That's a problem. Some of these draft picks, where's Mekhi Wingo? Giovanni Manu is not looking good. We need some players to step up here. Yeah, Ennis Rakestraw has been hurt. Unfortunately, Joshua Pascal's done for the year. We got to rethink a little bit because the same problems keep going on that we have talked about for years. What has been biting us, folks? No pass rush. Right? What we talked about here, year in and year out. Get an edge rusher. But we're good. Again, we get told that, no, everybody that's saying that disagrees with the we're good, we're haters. We're haters. I think if you defend everything that somebody does, you're a Brad Holmes. He's a good general manager, but he's made mistakes that has really affected this team, specifically this year. Big time. Not bringing Zeitler back. Tim Patrick. Terrible mistake. Those are two big mistakes right there. Not finding better depth on the offensive line, especially after Ragnow retired, knowing, even though he's coming back, it's probably going to be too late. There's a chance it will be too late. If the Lions lose in 6 days, it's too late. There's just, you would have to have sheer luck for the rest of the NFC to lose for the Lions to get a final wild card spot. I don't understand this we're good. I don't understand that. I think that we're not. I think that when you have a team the way that we did, and we have these draft picks that are not being utilized, you could have used them on players that could help us out. Where we had opportunity in free agency, pass rush. There was so many of them out there, but we're good. And we bring Marcus Davenport back, who hurts himself. We all knew it was going to happen, except for the we're good crew. He comes back after being gone for 12 weeks. Nothing. And now the NFC has picked up. They've made moves, and the NFC North has made significant strides, but we're good. This is supposed to be a Super Bowl year. No, we're just going to be a 500 team. That's okay. No. Make a Super Bowl or bust. All these players that we have. There's some fundamental issues, folks, that I think it's going to have to take till the offseason to get fixed, unfortunately, and I'm going to keep it at 100 with you. That's, in my opinion, the facts. You're going to have to wait until next year for these fundamental issues to get changed. So give me your thoughts. I'm going to take heat on this video. Adios.